Welcome back to my backyard snack yard. We're out here having a look at my honeyberries. This is the one that does absolutely best in my garden. It is called Boreal Beauty. I got it back in 2022, so it's in its third year now, at which time it's supposed to produce properly. And it is in a nice sunny position, so it's got the best conditions for producing well. It flowered profusely really early on. They're some of the earliest berries that we can get here, and they're really frost resistant, super hardy, so great for colder climates. And it really, it did flower really profusely back in February, I think, but either the birds have come and picked them off, or at the moment, I've left them hanging because you're supposed to leave them hanging for as long as you can, even longer than you think, because that enables them to get sweet. At the moment, they're super easy to fall off, so if you just touch them, they drop. Let's have a look. See, if I can just show you. It's like, but they're really interesting looking berries. I'll pick a few here. Actually, I'll get whatever we have because we've barely got any now. It was really full at one point. Some of them have slightly shriveled up over here. Not ideal. We've had a very dry spell. Now the really hot, beautiful weather. We had like 24 degrees Celsius, so good and hot for us. And that sort of changed back to colder, grayer weather, where it just sort of sprinkles on you the whole time. We've got a little bit of raindrops coming down now, even though it's not really... Yeah, and over here they haven't really done very well, see? I think they're actually not quite ready yet. Maybe they need a bit more water. I haven't actually watered these ones. It's really limited what I can water because I don't want to use my hose pipes. I've only just been watering with watering cans, and I only just really watered the ones that were in pots. I've got loads of plants in pots that just desperately need water, and these ones that are in ground can draw water up from the ground. And I just figured we've had so much rain throughout the winter that there should be lots of water stored there. But there really aren't many berries left here. This one's really soft. I'm hoping that because we had good weather, they will be sweeter than they tend to be. Time will tell. We'll have a little taste and a little look and see how they've done this year. But there really aren't many. I should have come out here earlier, but you just want to leave them hanging for as long as you can. That is what everyone tells me every time I pick them. They're like, you're too early. But it's like, okay, well, I've tried covering them one year. Other ones I've had for longer. And then because they're quite prone to mildew, they're in the honeysuckle family, then if you cover them, they don't get enough airflow. Even if you cover them with, like, I use really tight mesh because I don't want the birds to get their little feet and legs stuck in it. And when I do that, then that causes mildew too, so it's just not ideal. And if I leave them like this, then the birds eat them, so well, we just have to share and just get what we can. There's a little few down here hiding. They do hide quite well. Let's go look at a few other bushes because I know that all the bushes, I've got 5 different ones, they're all fruiting this year. This little guy here is called Altaj. I'll show you his little label. He's also from 2022. And I've seen he's got a few berries on him. He hasn't got many. I think the thing is they don't like competition. And this guy is in a border where there's quite a bit of competition down there. I need to remove all those little weeds and growths and things that's just springing up right around him because they're quite hungry feeders. But there are a few berries in here. Let's have a look. Oops. That was a little thing I put up to make sure he wouldn't get trodden on. There's one down here, a few. They're not as big as they can be because it has been quite dry. But we get those too. They look ready. Because they're so soft, they're nearly like dropping off if you just touch them. I lost a few down in the undergrowth because they were touched. Oh, there's one. See, look, it's down there. And then they just fell down and I can't find them, so. Not many from this little Altaj bush. Let's put the name tag back down there again. I think Altaj was meant to be quite a sweet one. Let's have a look. Oh, look at these. These are called Honeyberries. They're like a really garlicky allium that you can of course eat. So yummy, and the bees love them too, and pretty. Oh, it's raining a little bit now. It's just like the kind of rain that's really not really happening. It's just sort of sprinkling. Oh, and look here, peonies. They always just start blooming in time for rain. I think they wait for the rain, to be honest. The rain doesn't really do them any good. But they're so beautiful. It's about enjoying them while we have them. Even my husband noticed them yesterday. He's like, what are they? And that's a good sign that they're very pretty. All coming at once. Look at them. Oh my goodness. I love peonies. And the pink currants are fattening up too. I need to cover those. I really want to eat them this year. They're going to turn beautiful and pink, like little jewels. Oh, they're so good. Look at them. And look at the poppies. Can you see the poppies? These are the ones that become really big white ones. They're called white wedding. No, royal wedding. Royal wedding. Got enormous flower heads. There's quite a few of them. This is quite an old plant. I grew it from seed. But beautiful. And a pink peony. So much prettiness at the moment in the garden. So easy to get distracted at the moment. These are hardy geraniums. I love these. It's a bright colour up against all the mulberries. Lots and lots of black mulberries there. But I have not watered because it's meant to make them sweeter if you don't water them, and so hopefully our dry spell has really helped them sweeten up. Another one in a really weeded patch I need to get to, but there's a few berries on it. They're quite large ones. This one is called, let's have a look at the name, Morena. It's got a few berries on it, but honestly I really need to get around here and just make sure they're clear of all the weeds, because it's not going to help them fruit when there's just everything growing here. We've got lots of this sort of buttercup here. See, buttercup? They really spread everywhere. Look at them. I need to go around here and just clear it all out. There's also really big weeds, but they're so good for the garden and they're so pretty, and the wildlife loves them. So I do let lots of, as you can tell, I let everything grow, but I will be clearing it up. These guys are also beautiful. Them. Yeah, it's hard because I really love growing wild things, but some of the cultivated stuff just need to have a bit more of a clearance around their plants and their roots, otherwise they just compete too much and they just don't produce as well as they could do. So finally the last one. This one was just called Siberian Honeyberry when I got it, and it's actually a really good cultivar. It's in the kind of position I thought wasn't as good because the wind does whistle down here, but it has sort of taken off. I've really kept it clear around the plant itself. Tried to do so anyhow, lots of mulch and everything, but some things do creep up. We have a red currant near it too, and the birds just pick off all the fruit really fast, so there's never much left. So I'm going to clear that one a little bit, and I've got the berries down there. Those are all currants. Let's have a look and see. Oh, look at this. I think this one needs to hang for a bit longer so we can give the birds more of a chance to eat them. Let's see. We'll just have a little feel and see if any of them feel soft enough. But lots of them have been hanging for quite some time. That's why they seem so ripe. This one actually has quite a few. That's nice to know. We'll have a little look, because it's just about finding that fine balance before they just get too ripe that they fall off really easily and you can't get a hold of them or the birds get to them. Let's go around and have a little pick now. Look, our first raspberries. And look at that, a little snail. He's enjoying the weather, I think. A baby snail. But yeah, I wasn't expecting raspberries just yet. These ones are quite small because there hasn't been enough rain, but there's lots of them everywhere. Lots and lots and lots of raspberries coming. Lovely big hollyhock there, self-sown one. A volunteer. Raspberries, raspberries, red raspberries, these ones. So many of them. Oh, very exciting. It's nice to have some I can just pick now. So many raspberries. Let's go and get the honeyberries and then pick the first raspberries too. Woohoo! I've just taken a few of them out now so we can have a little closer look. They're super soft to the touch. So I think they're as ripe as they could get without dropping. Some of them actually dropped off and I picked them up from the leaves they had fallen onto. So let's have a little taste. I've tasted these a few times before and I have to admit I do like them because I have a very sour tooth, so it just depends on what kind of flavors you prefer. But we'll just try one. Oh my goodness. Okay, I mean, I've always been really positive about these berries because I just love berries in general, but I've never tasted one that was this sweet and full of flavor. Really, really full of flavor. It almost had a bit of plum in it. It was still quite sour, but that's the kind of thing I like. It had that good sharpness to it. But it definitely had like really wild berries, plumminess to it. I don't think I would say there's any blueberry in it still. There could be though. That was amazing. Just replenished the little berries. Oh my goodness. Okay, I've tasted 3 now. And they were all really squishy, really, really well ripened. And also we had some more sunshine than usual here, which I think really helped ripen them. They had so much flavor, so much depth of flavor to them. They were so good. And I actually would say they have a bit of blueberryness to them. They were just wild berries. Plum was there for sure in my opinion. This is all my own personal opinion. But wow. Okay, they really, really, really are worthwhile. And the thing is, they're also supposed to have more benefits, like health benefits, than blueberries. So whereas blueberries are known as super berries, these ones are extra super berries. So good for you and so delicious. I've seen people say that they would just use them in jams because they're not sweet enough, but this one, once you leave them hanging, as has been suggested is a good idea, leave them hanging for weeks and weeks after they first turn blue, they just get so much depth of flavor to them and they get so delicious. Oh my goodness, definitely such a highly recommended berry. I know some people don't like them. I do like strong and sour flavors, but I wouldn't say that they're extra tart at all. They just have a sharpness to them, but they're so good. Yes, that's my personal opinion, but I would definitely recommend trying them when they're properly ripe like this. What a treat. I'm going to go and share them with my family now. We only have a very meager amount, but wow. I wish I had a bird, like a bird cage. It's called a fruit cage. I wish I had a fruit cage where I could just keep all the berries growing without being attacked by birds. But that is the dream. Maybe someday when we remove the trampoline, I could just pop up a big huge cage there and just fill it with berry bushes. We'll see. I could just cage my whole little garden in. It's not a very big garden, so I could just cage the whole thing in. But then again, I also like sharing with my birds, so it's a balance act. But thank you for joining me. I hope you found this interesting. Let me know what you think of honeyberries. I know some people just don't like them, but I am a huge fan, an extra huge fan now. So I'll see you next time. Bye for now.